Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you the top 5 best Chromebook under $300 in 2023. Through extensive research and testing, I have put together a list of options that will meet the needs of different types of buyers. For more information, I have included links in the description box down below. Now, number 5 on the list is Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 4 Plus. Kicking off our list is the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 4 Plus. We suggest this as the best overall Chromebook for a few different reasons. First, it looks a lot like an older MacBook Pro. Second, it has a huge display. Third, this Chromebook sports some perfect specifications for the price. All that said, here are the specifics on why we like it so much. With the design, this is as close to a MacBook-looking Chromebook as you'll get. The color of this Samsung Chromebook looks quite similar to an older aluminum MacBook Pro. Measurements come in at 14.16 by 9.64 by 0.65 inches, and the weight is just 3.75 pounds. You'll be able to throw it in your book bag and travel without issues. The mix includes 2 USB-C ports for charging. You'll also find a headphone jack and another USB-A port, too. Going back to the display now. There's a rarity for a Chromebook of this price. Instead of getting a sub-HD panel, this Chromebook has a 1920 by 1080 FHD display. When you combine it with the large 15-inch screen space, you'll have a lot of room for stacking windows side by side and multitasking. It's a great way to have a portable office on the go. Diving deeper into the specs, the Samsung Galaxy Chromebook 4 Plus is powered by an Intel Celeron N4000 processor. As you'll see throughout this guide, it's hard to find the latest and greatest specs for $300. That's why the most common CPU for this price will be the Intel Celeron lineup. It's not a bad CPU either. While Android apps might not run the best, basics like web browsing and multitasking will work just fine. That's because Chrome OS is a lightweight operating system and isn't as heavy as Windows. For web browsing, you'll be fine. Now, number 4 on the list is Samsung Galaxy Chromebook Go. This 14-inch Chromebook is one that's really compact for its size. It also has a slighter newer Intel Celeron CPU and a great set of ports and storage expandability options. Starting first with the performance, the Intel Celeron N4500 CPU on board this device is great for everyday tasks. To be more specific, it's the Celeron N4500. This is one of the newest lower-end processors from Intel, which means it sports a higher turbo boost of 2.80 GHz for opening lots of tabs in Chrome and trying out Android apps. This should be alright. This CPU is also paired with 4 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. The storage is on the low end, so you might have to keep more of your files in the cloud. However, the optional microSD card slot can serve as a space for extra storage. In other specs, Samsung is keen to highlight that this Chromebook is ready for Wi-Fi 6. If you have a compatible router, you'll be able to get faster download and upload speeds. That's on top of the really long 12-hour battery life. The dimensions come in at 12 by 8.28 by 0.63 inches, and the weight is 3.20 pounds. Ports also come into this, and there is lots of room on the chassis for ports. It includes 2 USB Type-C, a traditional USB Type-A 3.2 port, and a microSD card slot and headphone jack. Samsung highlights how the USB-C port can be used for charging. Oh, a Chromebook, we always appreciate USB-A, as well, since it means you can use your USB drives without issue. Now, number 3 on the list is HP X211. You might think that for $300 you can't find a good Chrome OS tablet. Well, you'd be wrong. It's a new and growing space, especially since Google no longer makes its own first-party Chrome OS tablets. The reason why we like the HP X211 so much has a lot to do with the design. It's smaller than even a Windows 2-in-1 like a Surface Go. The dimensions come in at 9.94 by 6.96 by 0.3 inches. Then, even when you account for the keyboard, the weight is a mere 1.05 pounds. That's so light that you can slide it into your bag and forget it was even there. The thing that makes this possible is the 11-inch form factor. This is one of the smallest Chromebooks on the market, though the IdeaPad Duet Chromebook has a 10-inch screen. Of course, as a tablet, you might end up just opening Pit the kickstand and watching movies on the screen. For that, we love this device. It hits 400 nits of brightness, which is above even the 250 nit screens on most of the Chromebooks on our list. HP also includes a stylus in the box with this Chromebook. It's like Apple's newer Apple Pencil in that it charges by attaching to the side of the screen. You can use that pen to draw on the screen or even take notes. Since it attaches to the side of the screen, you need not worry about it getting lost. Ending our dive into this tablet will be a note on specs. A lot of the Chromebooks we will mention in this list have either Intel or AMD. Now number 2 on the list is Lenovo Chromebook 11.6. If you really want to enjoy Chrome OS when free of a keyboard or mouse, then you should try out a 2-in-1. First, we get into the specs of what's under the hood. Coming with an ARM-based SoC, this Lenovo Chromebook has really long battery life of up to 10 hours. To be more specific, it's the MediaTek MT8183 SoC. Again, this isn't a high-powered CPU, but for tasks like running Android apps, which you'll want to do on a 2-in-1, it is great. That CPU is also paired with 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of eMMC storage, meaning that you'll be able to speed through web browsing without issue. Another thing we like is the display. Again, it's not the best at 1366 by 768 resolution. For an 11-inch screen that this device has, you won't need a lot of pixels anyway. The design is pretty neat, too. This 2-in-1 is colored in abyss blue, which will help you stand out from the crowd at a coffee shop or in class. Lenovo includes a speaker bar above the keyboard, so videos sound louder, especially when you rotate the screen to face you. Other than that, it's one of the most compact 2-in-1s on our list. Measuring 11 by 8 by 1 inch, you can shove this in a standard sleeve and carry it around and still have room for a notebook and other items. Even the weight is impressive at 3 pounds. Even for a small device, Lenovo is pretty kind with ports, too. There's one USB-A 2.0, one X-USB-C 2.0, X microSD card reader, and a headphone microphone combo jack, 3.5mm. Now the last product on the list is Acer Chromebook 512 laptop. The cheapest Chromebook on our list is the Acer Chromebook 512 laptop. That makes it great for education. On the inside of this Chromebook is the Intel Celeron N4020 CPU. You also can add a total of 4 GB of RAM and 32 GB of eMMC storage. In education, these specs are fine enough for web browsing and using authorized Android apps. Remember, in education, Chromebooks are cloud-based and web-based machines. Instead of saving on the device and computing on the device, apps like Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides are used. These are all web pages, and we think all of them will work fine on his device. We do think the battery life will be great, too. It is rated for 12 hours, which is great for a low-powered CPU. The other thing that is important for an education Chromebook is that it has to be durable. Students will put their devices through the greatest tests. Well, you should be happy to know that this one is MIL STD 810G complaint. We can't forget the 3:2 aspect ratio either. Compared to other Chromebooks, there will be more vertical space to read documents and scroll web pages. On ports and webcams, the left side has a USB-C port, a USB-A port, and a microSD card expansion. The right side has USB-A and USB-C. Compared to other products on our list, the webcam is also great, as it's 1080p, which helps avoid you from looking like you smeared Vaseline all over your camera lens. I hope you liked the video. See you guys next time.